What if the only way to outrun your grief is to stop running and let someone else take the wheel? In Drive, Kate Stewart delivers a contemporary romance that transforms the road trip trope into a visceral journey of emotional reckoning, proving that healing isn't found in destinations, but in the terrifying vulnerability of sharing space with someone who sees through your armor. This isn't just another friends to lovers story with scenic backdrops. It's a raw, atmospheric exploration of loss, trust, and the quiet courage required to surrender control when independence has been your only survival strategy. From the first engine hum narration, listeners are strapped into a passenger seat where every mile marker feels like a memory, and every silence between songs carries the weight of unspoken truths. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent romance and character-driven healing journeys, this audiobook serves up chemistry that simmers with authenticity, humor that lands softly against pain, and a love story that feels as earned as sunrise after a long night on open highway. When recently widowed mechanic Lena Hayes agrees to drive her late husband's restored vintage Mustang across the country to fulfill his final wish, she expects solitude and closure, not to be joined by Jack Callahan, her husband's estranged best friend, whose presence unravels everything she thought she knew about loyalty, guilt, and the man she lost. Bound by shared grief and forced proximity in a car too small for their secrets, they navigate not just interstate miles, but the treacherous terrain of unresolved feelings and mutual blame. Stewart masterfully avoids reducing their connection to mere catharsis or rebound. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in witness rather than rescue, where intimacy emerges from honoring absence as much as embracing presence. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional precision, capturing Lena's brittle resilience softening into genuine receptivity, and Jack's guarded tenderness revealing depths beneath performative strength. You don't just hear their bond deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning to trust without erasing the ghost in the backseat. What elevates Drive beyond typical road trip romance is its nuanced portrayal of male grief as active labor rather than passive stoicism. Jack isn't merely supporting Lena, he's confronting his own complicity in silences that fractured their friendship long before death sealed them. Lena doesn't heal him through love. She creates space where his sorrow can exist without judgment, challenging the notion that moving forward requires forgetting. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing playlists that become confessional archives, negotiating boundaries within confined spaces designed to force confrontation, and protecting each other from well-meaning outsiders who misunderstand their pilgrimage. Supporting characters add vital texture, roadside strangers whose fleeting kindness mirror larger themes of human connection, family members whose expectations clash with authentic mourning, even the Mustang itself, rendered as both vessel and witness, whose mechanical rhythms echo emotional cadences. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In journeys shaped by loss, love isn't replacement, it's remembrance made tangible. Even the landscape serves thematic depth, with changing terrains mirroring internal shifts and pit stops becoming sacred pauses for integration. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure sensory immersion. The narrator embodies Lena and Jack with remarkable distinction. Lena's voice carries steel wrapped in dawning ease, while Jack's low timbre trembles with suppressed emotion beneath steady calm, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy, the rumble of tires on asphalt marking emotional transitions, rain drumming on metal roofs during vulnerable confessions, the crackle of vinyl records playing songs heavy with memory, all anchor emotional beats in tangible reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of travel itself, unhurried during scenes of reflection and roadside discovery, then gently accelerating as trust solidifies into something sustainable. Whether you're commuting through urban landscapes or sitting in quiet contemplation, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where motion feels meditative and presence feels like gift. It's storytelling as embodied empathy, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love that honors the weight of what came before. Ultimately, Drive redefines road trip romance by centering post-loss identity within relational frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying emotional payoffs while delivering substantive commentary on masculinity, widowhood, and the radical act of allowing oneself to be seen in brokenness. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete journey from isolation to connection. If you've ever believed love requires being whole first, or wondered whether tenderness can coexist with unresolved grief, this audiobook will affirm that true intimacy begins not with fixing, but with staying. Press play, buckle up, and prepare to believe that sometimes the most powerful destination happens not at journey's end, but in the brave choice to share the ride exactly as you are. Your next favorite romance isn't waiting in grand gestures. It's waiting in the quiet courage of letting someone else navigate while you finally breathe.